really trying to test me for the glory.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Okay, ready?
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Jags grab it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky.
I saw that. I got it. But, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
The first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Devin Lloyd coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second and long. Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Looking to throw. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on third down, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here we go on fourth down, Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness, trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 69 yards. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Makes it 3rd and
2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. The Jaguars at 2-7 now on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 1. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 2nd and 10, Fields again. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half and several. And he'll go down. And the Bears get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. They're going to try and throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Fields on first down. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields. Montgomery, another target and catch.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Montgomery back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield.
Fields. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Here's Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To the air again, Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he finds Montgomery complete. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that will put them on top here in the third.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
A give to Etienne running right.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. They're going to look to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw here. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Devontae Smith.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
2nd and 14.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Fields.
And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a deep.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are right back in this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there,
and he threw a 5th interception. I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now Fields.
Caught by Jones.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Back to Renfrow again, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 13.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back to throw.
ETN bringing in another one.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll set up to throw. Caught on the slant. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with ETN.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Devontae Wyatt
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. I'd tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after